Now minimum and maximum value can be obtained through descriptive statistics. Right? These are descriptive statistics, right? Minimum, maximum, mean, median, mode. These are what describing the data, and that's what called descriptive statistics. So you go to analyze. So whenever we do analysis, we go to analyze, and there is an option called descriptive statistics. This time we will not go into explore. There is another option called descriptive. Click that. Select the percentage variable and transfer it into that box. Done. Then click options. There is an option button, right? Click options and select minimum, maximum, range. Done. Continue. Press OK. Yeah, put transfer percentage over there, or pool percentage to there, right? And then you click options, you drag percentage under variables, okay? Then there is an option button, right? Click on that and you click select minimum, maximum and range. Press continue.
Only thing that mean and standard deviation should be there.
What mean?
Mean and standard deviation.
No, for this is not required. We will generate only the necessary information. That's it. Okay. Now the reason being that when you are working with a large data set, whenever you make a calculation, that your RAM is in use. Okay. So we do not want to use excessive memory of ours. Okay. Now you get the descriptive statistics. The percentage has 105 observations, range is 58, the minimum value is 41 and the maximum value is 99. So this is the table you obtained. Okay. So we know that if you want to divide percentage in groups, we need to start from 40. Okay. We will make groups like this. 40 to 50, and this will belong to group 1. 50 to 60, or say 51 to 60 will belong to group 2, and so on. Okay, so we will do that. Let's see how we can do it. In the menu bar, just beside analysis, you have transform. And understand the logic why we are using transform, because we are transforming one variable into something else. Right. That's why we go to transform. And you will observe that there are two options over here: recode into same variables, recode into different variables. Recode into same variable means it will replace the original variable with a new variable that you are creating. Okay, but we don't want to replace the originals. We will keep the originals and select this option, recode into different variables, so that what will happen, the original variable will be also there in the data set, and the new variables that you are creating out of the original variable will be also there in the data set. Okay, so let's select this option, and once you select this option, you will come up with this, right, this window. This is what you got. Let us take it slowly. This is what you got, right? I want some water. Now, select percentage from this list of variables. Select percent from the list of the variable and transport it over here. From this list, you will get the percent variable. The percentage variable is not there in here, in this list. Okay, so have you transported it over here? Okay, now here we need to name the variable that we are going to create. We told now that we want to recode it into a different variable. So we have given a new name. I named it percent category. You can name it anything you like. Okay, anything, and I encourage you to use any other names other than this person category. Done? Then you need to label this variable. Remember that label column in the variable view? So the label is simple, percent in category. Okay. Okay. And finally, you need to change it. If you change it, you will get this information over here. So this percent is going to get recorded into percent category. So the initial ground is set. Okay. And just we need to, the only thing that is left is that we need to change the old values into new values. And there is an option for that. See? Old and new values. Click on that. So once you click old and new values, you will get a screen like this, right? Got it. There is an option called range. Now why we are clicking range? Let us make this thing clear. Because we want to make the interval based on range. We want to name that 40 to 50 should belong to group 1, 50 to 60 should belong to group 2, and so on, right? That's why we are selecting this option range. Okay. So to encode this, we need to write 40 through 50 and put 1 over here in the value list, and then you just need to add it. through 50, okay, over here, and you just need to put 1 in the value list. This diagram, thank you so much. And then you need to add. And finally you need to keep adding unless you come across with this. 40 through 50 is 1, 51 through 60 is 2, 61 through 70 is 3, and it will go up to 99. Done? So is it done? Okay, so let us take it slow and understand this meaning that 40 through 50, range 40 through 50, and we are putting the value as 1, means encode all values between 40 and 50 as 1. Okay, similarly encode all value at 51 through 60 as 2, and so on. Then you click continue. Click continue, click OK, and then you will get the data set, right? And you see that at the end, at the very end, the last variable that you have in the data set now is a new variable that you have created. Okay, yeah, okay. Okay, and the last variable, the inner data set is that new variable you have created. Anyone faced any problem in this process? You faced? Huh? The result, you go back to the original data view, okay, and you see, try to look at the last variable that you have in the data set. Done? Okay. Great going. Yeah. Now the descriptions it will be not there, so you just need to look at the description. It will SPSS will try to automatically interpret the variable in its own way, but you just need to cross check it that. Yeah. Let me check. Go to the variable viewer. It is there, ma'am. Go to the variable view, look at the last variable. Okay, so that is not there. Okay, yeah, that is not there. That is not there. That you will won't find over there. Yeah, that you won't find because it is creating absolutely a different variable. Okay, so it doesn't keep the information of the previous variable. Absolutely different variable. Okay, and now if you want, you have to add that again over there. Because since it's in the value, you can specify the numerics, right? In the value, what you can specify is in the value option what we had. We had the values and we had the labels, right? So these are not labels. These are intervals, right? Now intervals cannot be specified in the values. Definitely. Yeah, I got your point. I got your point. That's why we need to use a pen and papers and everything. Write what we are doing over there, list it down. It's a very valid point which you asked. Definitely, we don't have that information. Now, but we means anyway. The information is not there. We need to fix in some other ways. But there are some problems in the software which probably they corrected later on. Needs to be corrected, right? Whenever we raise questions, then only they will correct. So this problem is solved, right? One, two, three, four, 5, 6, whatever you have got given. Okay. So now with that we managed to convert a numerical variable into categories. Okay. Now I want to discuss about two particular very useful functions. One is range and the other one is any. Okay. Now for the purpose of some kind of analysis, you need to highlight some of the observations in respect to some other observations. For example, that we might have, say, we might want to highlight the age of those person who are, say, less than 25 years old. So I will encode them as 1 and the rest as 0. Okay. So the purpose of this highlighting depends from problem to problem. Okay. And in problems like logistic regression and all, we need to do that. Okay. So we want to highlight one variable with respect to other. So I want to highlight all the variables whose means I'm talking about the bank loan data. Let us focus on that. The age is a variable. I want to highlight all the variables for which age is less than 25. Say, and highlighting means it's not color highlighting. We will just mark it as 1 or 0. The rest means in any observation, any individual who has an age less than 25 will be marked as 1. The rest will be 0. Okay. So SPSS has a very easy option for that range. Okay. So see, there the problem is saying that here the problem is saying that let us code 1 for cases belonging to age between 25 and 35. You see, between 25 and 35. Do you have this data set? cs2m.sav. Just check it. You have this data set, no? So let's open that data set only. Session 1, and there is a variable called age. Okay, so we want to encode that variable such that wherever age is between 25 and 35, it will be encoded as 1 and the rest will be encoded as 0. Okay, that is how we are going to work. So the data is in front of you, the problem is understood. We need to go to compute variable. Now the compute variable is inside transform. So if you click transform, the first option that you get is compute variable. Okay, now get inside that. See, it gives you an option named target variable. So you need to give a name that you're going to create a new variable, right, with zeros and ones and new binary variables with a particular information. So we need to name these variables. Now you can give any name over here, and again I highly encourage you to give some different name over here, not this target 25, 35, whatever is written over here. Don't go for that. Give different names. Okay, so given, now here we need to specify the range. So this compute variable's purpose is that it will, means if we give the range, the name of the variables and the two values, it will encode all the values between those two values as 1 and the rest as 0. So this range option, you can find the range option from here or just write the range option. See, under the, you just write the range option. Range, and then you take age over here, this variable age over here, comma 25, comma 35, that's it. No, yeah, just type range. Okay, now so age you can bring it from here, and comma 25, comma 35. This means that we are focusing on this variable between 25 and 35. So that will be highlighted as 1 and the rest of the values will be 0. Done? Written? Press OK and see you have already obtained this column over here, right at the extreme right of all the variables in the dataset. It's automatically, understand. This is ranges for that only. Point 00? Yeah. So the thing is that why did you get that 0.00? When do you get 0.00? Yeah, change the decimal to 0. Yeah. Some problem happened with that name. Some problem happened with that name. Okay. But again, try it. Try it again. Now change the decimal to 0. Okay, done. Now suppose that I want to do the same thing, now this time for categorical variables. Okay, I want to do the same thing, but this time for a categorical variable. I won't be able to use range, because for categorical variable there is nothing called range, right? Okay, every value is unique, discrete. It's nothing called range. So we will use the function any in the same way. Okay, in the same way we are going to use the function any. We have ethnicity. We have ethnicity as one of our variable. Okay, it is taking some values like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is in grade file, grades. So let's take up grades. Small mistake. It's already opened, grades. So just go to grades. You just, okay. Now this is a target variable. Again, don't write this name. Use a different name. And ethnicity. Ethnicity is a categorical variable, right? Yeah, any ethnicity 1, 2. So if you want to encode 1, 2, 3 as 1 and the rest as 0, then you can write 1, 2, 3. Okay. Any.